The latest update on the $1,400 stimulus check, otherwise known as the third stimulus check. Yes, there are still millions of people waiting for their $1,400 stimulus check. So I'll give you the latest updates that we have as of right now and what you need to do going forward if you have not received it quite yet. But hey everybody, welcome. Hey, thanks so much for joining me. I truly appreciate it. As I always say, I just want to do whatever I possibly can to keep you updated and to help you out through this time. If you're one of these people who is still waiting for your $1,400 stimulus check, seriously, I just want you to know I feel for you. I know it's a tough time out there right now, and I know it's incredibly frustrating and confusing as to why you haven't received it yet. So let me do whatever I can to help you out through this. I will keep you updated. With that being said, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video. Join the community and allow me to be your daily advocate, as I am here every day to help you out in any way possible. Thank you, everybody. I truly appreciate it, and let's get right into this. So yes, there are still millions upon millions of people that are waiting for their third $1,400 stimulus check. Now here's the thing. The vast majority of people received them anywhere between 2 and 3 months ago. Yes, so it is unbelievable that there are still so many people waiting for these payments. However, just to be totally honest and completely transparent with you, we don't get a whole lot of updates on these third stimulus checks anymore. I mean, they're very few and far between. Like, it's almost kind of like forgotten about at this point. However, every couple weeks, we do get an update on these things, and I want to bring that to you right away when we do get it, just to kind of keep you updated with everything going on regarding these $1,400 payments. So, here's what we know. The IRS recently made this announcement. Wow. Can't believe it. They remembered that some people out there still need to get $1,400. So here's what they know. The IRS recently sent out 2.3 million of these $1,400 stimulus checks. Nice, right? So they sent out these payments. In fact, 900,000 of these 2.3 million payments went out to those people who recently filed a 2020 tax return, whereas the IRS previously did not have their information. So if you're somebody who typically does not file because maybe you're a non-filer, maybe you're somebody who receives benefits like Social Security, maybe retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB. Maybe you're low income or no income, and you typically don't file a tax return because your income, it's low enough to the point where you don't need to file a tax return. But yet this year you did because you want to grab your stimulus check. Well, if you're one of those people, this would be like the category that you would fall into. Somebody that recently filed a tax return, whereas the IRS previously did not have your information. So they sent out 900,000 of these checks to these people in this category. Nice. So the next category, they sent out 1.1 million payments to people in the form of plus-up payments. Now, these plus-up payments are for those people who previously received their stimulus checks based on 2019 tax return. However, the IRS looked at their tax return from 2019, sent them their stimulus check, and now that they have processed their 2020 tax return, they looked at it and said, oh, we actually owe these people more money, let's send them out another check. So that's what's happening with these plus-up payments. So 1.1 million of those payments went out for these plus-ups. Now that's what the categories that they announced. So that adds up to 2 million checks. I'm not really sure where the other 300,000 went because they said they sent out 2.3 million. Well, 1.1 and 900,000 is 2 million. So where's the other 300,000? Not really sure, but that's all they told us. So here's the thing. Out of all these payments that went out, 1.2 million of them went out in the form of direct deposits, and the other, well, so-called, what would that add up to? About 1.1 million went out in the form of paper checks. So if you're waiting for one of these payments, just recognize there's about 1.1 or so million paper checks floating around in the mail right now that should be delivered over the coming days here. So I really, 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 really hope that if you're somebody still waiting, that you're going to be someone that receives it in your mailbox. Even if you're typically somebody who receives maybe like your federal benefits in the form of like Social Security, SSDI, SSI, typically if you receive those benefits in the form of a direct deposit, maybe into a bank account, maybe Direct Express, maybe Net Spend, maybe any of these other payment methods, and that's typically how you get it, and that's how you're waiting for your stimulus check, just recognize you could be getting a paper check in your mailbox, okay? This happened to a lot of people. In fact, it happened to me. I typically get everything electronically as a direct deposit into my bank account. But for some weird reason, this year, I received my $1,400 stimulus check as a paper check in my mailbox. No idea why they did that. No clue. But that's actually what happened. So just recognize you could be one of these people to receive a paper check in your mailbox, okay? So just please watch for it very closely. I no longer have my envelope, but it was not marked very well. In the upper left corner of the envelope, it said something like Department of, what did it say? Bureau, maybe it said like Department of Fiscal Services or something like that, Bureau of Fiscal Services. It was not marked very well. My point is, please scan your mail very, very closely if you're still waiting for a check, okay? Just be very, very careful, because if on accident you were to accidentally throw that check away, it's going to make a huge mess, as in the IRS will have to issue another one, and it's going to back it up even further, like months it would take to probably get a new check. So please just watch very closely for that, okay? So this is the update that we have out of the IRS. Now, if you're somebody who has not received your check yet, the IRS continues to urge you to file a 2020 tax return, okay? Now, again, I just have to say, I'm not your accountant, I'm not your CPA, I can't give you tax or legal or accounting advice, but this is the advice that the IRS continues to give. If you're somebody who has not received your first, second, or third, or any combination of your stimulus checks, they continue to say, please file a 2020 tax return so that they get all of your information and that they can process your stimulus check as quickly as possible. Because at this point, if some of you haven't received it, it may simply because they may just not have your information. So if you submit a 2020 tax return, they may be able to get your information into the system and say, okay, we need to issue a $1,400 stimulus check, right? Maybe for yourself, maybe for your spouse and yourself, maybe for yourself and your dependent, right? Any combination of them, they need to get those payments out to you if you're still waiting. So, so you can go ahead and file your 2020 tax return and do that to claim your payment. Even if you are somebody who typically does not file a tax return because maybe your income is too low, maybe you receive some of these federal benefits like I've talked about, Social Security, SSDI, SSI, VA, things like this, and you typically don't file, you're a non-filer, this could be the situation in which you have not received your stimulus check. Maybe they just don't have your information. So that's the advice that they continue to give. So I know it's repetitive. I know we've said this many times before, but if you're still waiting, maybe there's something we can do to expedite this process, and maybe it's just a matter of filing a 2020 tax return. I know it's not fun. I know it's a lot of work. I know it's confusing. I get it. Trust me, I don't like filing tax returns either. Nobody does, right? Nobody likes doing it. But if you want to get your $1,400, this may be the method in which you can do that to claim that money, okay? So I just want to help you out through this. But either way, I'm going to continue watching all this. I will keep you updated as we get further information on these $1,400 stimulus checks. But another thing, just remember this too. They technically have the entire year of 2021 to send out these payments. So yeah, you could literally receive your payment on December 31st, and it would still be within the realm of what was identified within the bill as far as the distribution of these payments. Yeah, right? It's kind of sad when literally 169 million payments have gone out the door now. 169 million payments. That's basically half of our population in the United States. But yet there's still people waiting. And what's really unfortunate about it, it seems like a lot of the people that are still waiting are those people who are low income and really need the money like super badly right now. So yeah, anyway, that's just what I'm seeing in the comment section anyway. I'm sure there's other people out there that are still waiting, but they're not the ones who are being fazed by it really, because they're probably doing just fine. It's the lower income people who need the money like 2 months ago when everybody else got it that are still waiting, which is really sad. So a huge shout out, by the way, to my Patriot friend. You know who you are. I'll keep your name private, but you've been reaching out to me down in the comments section. Hey, I appreciate it. Like I said, I would give you an update, but this pertains to everybody. But here's the thing. We're not getting a whole lot of new updates lately. Like I said, it's like every 2 weeks we get one announcement out of the IRS that says, sending out wave number 36. You know what I mean? I think we're actually on wave either 11 or 12 now of these payments going out. Yeah, a lot of waves. It might even be more than that. Actually, I don't even know if they're giving wave numbers anymore, but I think the last wave I saw was like 9, and that was, I don't know, a month or month and a half ago. So yeah, it's been a lot of waves here. So just, man, I don't want to say it, but seriously, just remain patient. I know I can't stand when people say that to me either, especially when I'm waiting for something that I really need badly. And somebody says, oh, just remain patient, it'll show up. It's like, dude, I can't wait another minute. You know what I mean? So I really feel for you. Seriously, I want to continue doing anything I possibly can to keep you updated with all these payments going forward. But it's kind of hard when we don't get a whole lot of updates. But as we do get these updates, announcements, any kind of additional information on these payments, of course, I will bring that to you right away. So thank you so much for your continued support. I truly appreciate it. And just know that I'm here. I'm working on your behalf. I'm working in your best interest in any possible way that I can to help you out through this time. I know it's confusing. Information is changing rapidly, which is why I continue to come back and keep you updated. So thanks again, everybody. You're amazing. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button right down below the video if you haven't done so already. And feel free to go back and check out any of my nearly 1,200 videos right here on the channel, and feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, and social media. Also, one quick side note, pro tip, as some people would say. I just thought of this, otherwise I would have added it in earlier in the video. If you're somebody who has dependents, as in kids under the age 18, you definitely want to file a tax return, because then the IRS will have your information on you and your dependent, so you can start grabbing those monthly checks that are going to start in about 1 month from now, extending through the rest of the year. So yeah, hundreds of dollars on the table every single month going forward, starting in July. Yeah, hashtag pro tip. So anyway, everybody knows about this for the most part. I've talked about it many times. But anyway, I wanted to mention that as well for another reason why you may want to consider filing a tax return. But anyway, thanks everybody. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And thank you so much for believing in me. I am here to help you. Please just remember, I am on your team. I'm here to do whatever I can for you. Thank you again. You're amazing. Awesome community. We love everybody here. Enjoy your day, and we'll catch you in the next one.